the importance of regular and proper comprehensive medical checkups. So, everyone can follow amazing dietary plans, nutritional plans, and but the problem is every person's body is different. And you may be thinking you're getting, you're following some amazing dietary plan that's got all the nutrients and you ought to be fine and no need. You don't know until you go and check things, right? So I'm going to discuss this briefly, in this video. And for those of you who like the contents of my video, please also, do me a great favor and like, subscribe, and also share to at least one or two of your social medias or to at least one person. It's going to greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And I would really appreciate that. You'll be doing me a great favor. Thank you so much for that. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities. And I specialize in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, also amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments, especially alleviating the adverse effects of Kundalini awakening. I'm also advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. In that period, I studied under various masters across the globe and across cultures, including the modern scientific aspects. And I gleaned out and created my own unique protocols adapted for the 21st century. And to that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. My favorite protocol is a 5-minute yoga and meditation program that I created, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can also get more information about my services. Also, remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, you may be feeling fine and you're feeling okay, and you are having a balanced diet. You don't seem to be overweight, you don't have any illness, you don't have any problems. Why should you go for a checkup? You're okay. No, you don't know, because when you go for a checkup and they do a full a comprehensive, the blood works and so forth, and see any deficiencies in your blood, so they may pick up any problem in the initial stages before it gets worse. So if you can, for example, pick up a problem like cancer. I specialize in energy healing with terminal illnesses and critical care recovery, right? With terminal illnesses, a lot of people, they found out too late when it was spread too far. It's now reached stage 3, and progressing to a stage 4 at a fast rate, and you can hardly stop it when it's got that amount of momentum. And when it's spread across all your organs, the cancer has gone all across everything. It's it's just, we're going to try to prolong your life. Medical science going to just prolong your life, and your demise becomes inevitable. So, of course, from an energy healing perspective, I've got a lot of success in reversing, a lot of it, and people are living normal. But there's always a danger that you can relapse, right? So, if you identify any problem that could be extremely serious, breast cancer, and cancers is the most extreme example, you can identify it at the early stage. It can be removed and treated, and you'll don't have to lose the quality of your life, and you can continue to be with your loved ones and continue to express yourself in your life and live your life to the fullest, and the natural end possible. And a lot of people, I know you're so depressed, you hope you can die, but not that way. I promise you, it's not a good way to die, with this extreme type of illnesses that could be prevented, right? Find other ways to do it, but that way is very painful. It's not something worth it. In addition to that, not necessarily with the cancers and so forth, you may think you're okay, but you are lacking in certain nutrients in your diet. So those of you who's practicing yoga and meditation, right, this is the channel specializing in yoga and meditation and energy healing, right? So most, it's not uncommon for people in this field to be vegetarians, right? So I'm vegan, and So I go for regular blood checks, and then there's no nutrient deficiency. But some people, they have nutrient deficiency. On being, you can have a variety of vegetables, but still, not all bodies are designed for a vegetarian diet. Some, they need some animal protein. So the doctor will recommend, minimum at least have some eggs in your diet. Have at least, one egg a day or two eggs a day, whatever the doctor recommends. Or he'll say, have some, chicken, or have some fish at least, or whatever it is. So I know there is an advanced person in the yoga sciences, in the field of yoga, right? The book Autobiography of Yogi, it's a very worldwide popular book, right? You can get it almost anywhere in Amazon. Written in the 1960s by Paramahamsa, Yogananda, and his sister. I mean, they come from a Brahmana family where in India they are all vegetarian. Sister was also, following yoga and vegetarian, and she was very sick, and she was very weak in her body, and the doctors, they checked her blood, and she was deficient, and the vegetarian diet, so she needed to go on eggs. And she spoke to her brother, to Swami Yogananda, and he said, no, if the doctor recommends that, you should have that, because different people's bodies are different. So you don't have to wait to get sick. When you go, even when you're okay, regularly, they will be able to identify any deficiencies, and you'll be able to make up for it. Also, maybe you're on supplements and you're having too much. There was a friend of mine. He believed that vitamin D was amazing, and he went for the highest concentration level. He was having it regularly. His vitamin D in the blood level is so high. The doctor said, for at least the next 3 months, stop all vitamin D. It can be harmful for you. When you have excess of, the vitamins and minerals that are sold over the counter from natural herbal shops and vitamin shops, these the problem of these things is they are not regulated by the Federal Drug Administration, right? Or the medical body of whichever country you have. And the drug, the pharmaceutical drug industry does not regulate vitamins and minerals, right? And this is a travesty, because then people can overdose and can misdiagnose, right? They self-diagnose what they're gonna, take, and this is incorrect, because you can, too much of a good thing can become bad. How are you gonna know you're feeling normal? Only when you go regularly every 6 months, right? For a comprehensive test, you'll be able to know any latent thing that's present, and that can prevent, long-term, problems, or a long-term damage, to your life. I mean, so many things, can be prevented by so many people across the board. Why do you need to get sick before you, take remedial action? Take the action before you get sick, and try to live as optimally as possible. So hope that information helps you, and take care of yourself always.